Someone was asking me in the comments the other day about wood ash when it comes to slipping hair and swelling your hide. And I just wanted to show, this is a product I've used for years. This is potassium hydroxide in flake form. And you basically just throw it in water and it dissolves and it produces the same type of caustic, slippery solution that you put your hides in, and it swells the hides. It's basically imitating what wood ash does without all the mess. So a lot of times I use this real quick. I just fill a bin with water and throw this until I get basically a slippery water solution. And this hide right here, this is a roadkill. It's a really nice hide. There's no holes in it, so I like saving these for myself because it's less sewing. But that's what I'm working on now. The hide's all swollen. I'm degraining it right now. I'll give you a couple close-ups of that if you're not familiar with that. But I probably got this off eBay or Amazon or something. It's marketed for making your own soap and stuff like that. It has many uses, but I guess like a lot of times when you make your own soap, people are using this stuff. So this works really good if you don't have a ton of wood ash to use, and it's really quick and convenient. So that's what I use to swell this hide, and another hide I have soaking still. So okay, I just wanted to show this for anyone that's interested and maybe hasn't seen this before. What I'm doing now is scraping the grain off this hide. This is what separates buckskin from like traditional leather. Buckskin is a very soft material once it's softened, but in order to get there you have to remove this layer of what's known as grain. This is a pretty good visual. You have hair, this grain layer, and then you have the pure network of skin fiber, and that's what you're trying to get down to. So I just thought this was a pretty clear visual right now. Hair, this grain is kind of locking it in, and then you have the fiber itself, and that's what you want to get down to. And really when you're doing this, sometimes it's challenging, like up here by the neck. It's the thickest portion. You really want to get a good pinch, then like a plow off. You kind of have to really bite and yank down, and that's basically how you have to approach the neck area, because it can be really stubborn. So you want to get a good pinch, and then you really plow it off. That's kind of what you're doing. You're plowing off this, what's known as grain, and you got to remove that or this hide won't function like buckskin should. Very breathable. It's not until you start using ancient tools and primitive tools that you kind of realize why the ancient people were using some of the approaches they were using for some of these tasks. You see a lot of dry scraping where they would have suspended this hide in a frame, stretched it out, where you can gain the advantage of being able to scrape with a sharp stone flake and kind of shave off this grain layer, and kind of thinning the hide in a sense and preparing the surface and fluffing it. It accomplishes many things, and you can see why the tools kind of dictate that. Because I have the convenience of steel, I can kind of impose my will on this hide, but make no doubt about it, this is challenging even with steel tools, trying to remove this grain. And with a piece of bone or something, it would be very difficult. I have done this before, but on smaller, less developed hides. On some of these big bucks, the grain gets really developed on here, and it's very hard to get off. So you could see why the tools of the day kind of dictate the approach. And for me, that's a lot of fun, trying to get in the mindset of, you know, why these people were using the techniques they were using. But make no doubt about it, you'll find me out here a lot with steel tools. Because this is more of a efficiency thing at the moment. Trying to do this when you can. All right, have fun.